What's your name?
Under pressure. Okay. So yes, as I alluded to in that stupid song, Mini is under pressure now. Because JangBi's one away from taking this thing. Except, up at the 10 o'clock position in blue. We're on Neo-Electric Circuit now. Up there in blue at the 10 o'clock position is that guy named... Okay, stalled as long as I could there. JangBi! So JangBi's in blue. That means over at the 2 o'clock position, in yellow is Mini. JangBi blue, Mini yellow. So if Mini doesn't win this game, JangBi's going to move out into the semifinals. Because it's a best of 5, 3 is all you need. Come on, Mini. Gotta make this a series, dude. Yes, the Royal Road would end here if Mini cannot win this game. Okay, let's get some predictions now, after I laid out the stakes. Here's one from Big Bakaboon, writes, Mini over JangBi, just so we get some Royal Road love. It has been a long time since we've had a Royal Roader. It was Jaedong in 2007, that was it. That was the last Royal Roader. Since then, couple of close calls in fantasy and movie. Movie's always the one that I kind of forget. Almost positive he was a Royal Roader. Damn it, I should have looked this up before the game. Okay, can't stop now, gotta keep going. Almost positive that movie was a Royal Roader going up against Flash in the ever 2009 finals. So that would have been the last Royal Roader. Well, I guess there have been a couple other close calls. The random Zerg players moving up through the semifinals, that happens a lot. In the OSL, there's always one random Zerg that makes it to the semifinals. Now I'm wondering which Zerg that's going to be this time. Alright, both players going out the scout, going through the middle, looking for craziness. They're both very suspicious. But, oh my god. So, let's get another prediction. Here's one from A. Joshaman, or AJ Ashaman, writes, JangBi is going to take out Mini in a 5-set series using Arbiters in at least one set. It's been too damn long since I've seen Arbiters in a PvP. I think the most famous example is Bisu vs. Stork, 2007 MSL Finals, Game 5. It was probably one of the best PvPs ever played. It's hard to get a good quality version of it on the internet. I've only seen kind of the muddy version, but if I could track down a pristine HD quality version of that final, I would pay buku bucks. Because that would be fantastic. And Stork only lost that game because he forgot Dragoon range. Dope! Facepalm. So since then, no Protoss player has ever forgotten Dragoon range. Because they don't want that to happen to them. Poor Stork. But yes, in that game, Bisu vs. Stork, there was there were Arbiters used. And boy, I tell you, you haven't lived until you've seen an Archon stasis. That's a sight to behold. But alright, I see the Dragoon range spinning for JangBi. There's Dragoon range spinning in the second gateway on the way. There are 2 Zealots holding for Mini outside of his base, trying to intercept any more scouts that should go out. And he has his own Dragoon range spinning, but no second gateway coming up. So he's probably going to go straight into his robotics facility, unless he's cheesing like a madman. Alright, let's get another prediction while we wait. Here's one from Kombayashi writes, I predict that Mini is going to beat JangBi 3-2. Oh, I see 3 gateways. Are we gonna? Yes! Another quad damage build. Okay, gotta play the sound. Awesome. So quad damage from Mini this time instead of JangBi. And I don't think JangBi's going for the same thing, but this is 4 gateways, extreme pressure on the way from Mini. And JangBi getting close to scouting this. He has the Dragoons in, sending a couple of reinforcements on the way as well. Trying to get that scout before it sees. I'm pretty sure that the probe scouted that robotics facility coming up, which will give Mini some very good information, knowing that he will be able to pressure with all of his ground troops, and JangBi won't be able to do much about it without some really awesome micro. Okay, back to Kombayashi's prediction, because there was a little bit more there. I predict that Mini is going to beat JangBi 3-2, and Royal Road his way to victory! Go Mini! Okay, everyone duck, it's another explosion of punctuation. 3 exclamation points, 3 smiley faces, an @ symbol, a $sign, more exclamation points as JangBi is being microed against, losing all of his Dragoons. And he sees a huge amount of forces coming out, and that's why he's retreating now with all of his troops, retreating with everything falling back, and now he probably suspects that something is up, that Mini has thrown down a bunch of gateways, and is now flooding out with all these troops. He knows something is up, and he's going to play on the defensive now, try to hold long enough to get a Reaver out. I'm not sure if he just put down the robotics facility or not. The fans are absolutely riveted in the audience. Love to see that. It looked like a mom in the audience. But yeah, the robotics support bay is up. So the Reaver's coming up. Some probes being pulled off the line to help defend against this. JangBi knows this is the quad damage build. So he is defending with the probes, holding out long enough to get up that freaking Reaver. It caught one of the Dragoons, getting close to picking off another. Yeah, probes are really good at surrounding Dragoons and picking them off. So JangBi is held for now, but man, he needs that Reaver soon. So the Reaver just about ready to pop, and not a bit too soon, because without the Reaver, JangBi is not going to hold this. There's no way he can defend without the Reaver. Even pumping all the Dragoons he has, he's just going to be outnumbered. Because of all the gateways that Mini plopped down, the probes being pulled off the line again to block for the There's the Reaver, gotta get up the Scarabs though, before it sniped Mini, trying to snipe the Reaver. Oh, the Reaver taken down just before the shuttle can pick it up. Crazy bad luck for JangBi there, but an excellent snipe from Mini. That was great thinking, moved in at just the right time. And now JangBi is holding though. He's focusing in on the hurt Dragoons first, and he's actually using the shuttle to help micro against this as well. So he's still holding, even losing the Reaver, he's still holding his main. But I just don't think it's going to last too much longer with all the gateways out. Oh man, JangBi needs that Reaver soon. Here come more reinforcement troops on the way from Mini. He's going to try to snipe the Dragoons, and JangBi is smartly hanging back, but his Reaver's about to pop again. It's going to be in danger. Yeah, pulling back with the probes. He's using the probes to kind of block for the Reaver that's going to pop. Just trying to keep those freaking Dragoons away from the Reaver. Stay away from my Reaver! And the shuttle is going to be incredibly important in this attack now. But with the Reaver, okay, he's got the Reaver. He should be able to defend for a little while longer. Some more reinforcements are streaming right to JangBi's natural expansion. This seems that the rally pointed up here. So there's JangBi going to try to win some micro engagements and move out of his base a little bit, because right now he's blocked, just blocked in. Ooh, kills 2 Dragoons, 1 Scarab. So JangBi holds again, and now I think that Mini is on the retreat. He was going out into the middle, and yeah, he's running all the way back to his main. Wow, so JangBi holds. JangBi holds, but not before he lost a lot of Dragoons and a bunch of probes as he tried to pull his probes off the line to help him. And losing that Reaver early is going to hurt him, not help, going to hurt him a lot as well. Because that's going to take even longer for JangBi to get in and do some harassment drops. Because that's what you want to do if you open with Reavers. You want to do some harassment drops, harass the opponent with the Scarabs, get them running back and forth with the probes, but he's got to wait a little bit longer to do that, especially with all these freaking Dragoons out. Still a huge ground army for Mini. He probably has enough to destroy JangBi if he gets good enough micro on. If he micros well enough against the shuttles and the Reavers, if he snipes those first, he could definitely take out JangBi right here and now. But still playing defensively. Second base coming up now for JangBi. Going to try to hold that. He might need a shield battery to do it, because yeah, still non-stop pumping from these 4 gateways. Quad damage build still very much in effect. And Mini will be able to overpower JangBi if JangBi doesn't have some great defense of that natural expansion. The natural is going to come up before Mini's. Mini hasn't plopped down his Nexus yet. He's getting there. He's there with the probe. So once 2 bases come down for each player, I think we'll see a lot less reluctance to move out and start picking some fights. And since JangBi does have the Reavers, he should be able to keep toe-to-toe with the gigantic army that Mini has on the ground. Mini has a few more in population over JangBi. He's about 63 over 57 now. And the Reaver's being picked up by the shuttle, so I think that JangBi is trekking out. After putting down his second base, he's going to get that up and mining as he attacks. So you're going to try to pressure this front a bit if he can. Possibly go for harassment drops with the 2 Reavers in that shuttle. That'll be very powerful attack if he can sneak in past Mini's defenses, because Mini has some Dragoons up ready to intercept a drop. Those Dragoons will have to join the main army soon, because JangBi's trying to come up with the, ooh, he lands 2 Scarabs. Pressures a little at this natural, but he's got the Reaver out front, 2 Reavers out front, and a 3rd Reaver being pumped. Well, that's not a 3rd Reaver for JangBi. Sorry, saw the wrong color there for a second. But the Reaver is going to try to pick off the Nexus, and close to doing it anyway. Sending 2 Scarabs and backing off for a second to get down the Nexus, but JangBi tries to pick up the, oh, he picked up 1 Reaver. The Reaver and the shuttle went down, and the 2nd Reaver goes down, so JangBi might have to retreat. With another Reaver in the back for Mini, it'd be kind of a nightmare to attack. Yeah, so Mini holds, and he's going to transfer over with his probe soon to get up that second base. But the second base is up and mining now for JangBi, and now we're probably going to start to see the harassment drops happening. But observers chasing away another observer, so JangBi observer almost snipes down to red. 1 more shot, and that observer would have gone down. Yeah, Mini might try to hunt that down in a second, since it is up at the 12 o'clock position, but it seems he's holding his ground for now. Transferring over with a few more probes, I see. But both players have their second bases established, and they're getting in their economies cooking. And despite the fact that Mini opened with the quad damage build, sorry, couldn't help myself. But even though he opened with that, JangBi is definitely keeping up with the supply. He's only a little bit behind. Yeah, Mini at the moment. 87 over JangBi's 75 population, so he's hanging in there. Hasn't lost too much besides the Reavers on that attack of the front. He backed off before any Dragoons went down, I believe, so he kept all of his Dragoons. Fell back to get up more Reavers to go for another attack, but the 2 Reavers just fine at the natural expansion for Mini, holding just in case. But the observer coming in to scout for JangBi, try to figure out what's going on inside of this main. He's going to see the Citadel of Adun, which should be for High Templar at this stage in the PvP. I know in the first game he went into Dark Templar, which I guess could be viable if you drop some Dark Templar behind your opponent's bases, but with all the observers out in the area, that would only really be valuable for drops, surprise drops inside of your opponent's main. But here comes Mini. He's going to try to take JangBi off guard, but JangBi has a nice arc of Dragoons. Got to focus in on those Reavers, though. The Reavers in the back, 1 Reaver going down for JangBi. It looks like about the same for Mini in the back. Very close engagement. The 2nd Reaver goes down, so Mini's got to back off. Oh, he's got to get out of there. That looked like it was going to be a dud scare, but it did land on the Dragoons. So JangBi takes the engagement with excellent micro in the middle, and he might try to pressure this front. He's getting up close as he possibly can go. He loses his Reaver though, so yeah, Mini taking him a little bit back down to earth. It's like, oh, you sniped all my Reavers? Well, I'm gonna get rid of all of yours. Some more gateways coming up now for Mini. He has about 6, I believe. Yes, 6 gateways now, which is more than what JangBi has. Let's see. Both players running back to their bases a little bit. Forge for JangBi for the upgrade soon. And they're both probably going to try to go out and take third bases in a second. It's pretty tough to take a third base in a PvP. I can recall another Stork versus Protoss game. Stork versus Bisu, sorry. Bork Power game. PvP, where, third base. Third base coming up for JangBi. But anyway, the Stork vs. Bisu game I was thinking of is their one on Sin Trapong Rion, when they each had 2 bases and they were trying to get the third, but they just couldn't do it, so they just distance mined the entire game at the end, which was hilarious. Just complete distance mining from both players until Stork eventually won. But alright, they're both taking the third bases. Dark Templar out for JangBi. He's going to try to get sneaky. Sneak in with a Dark Templar and possibly take down that third base, since the third base is going to be unprotected at the moment. The troops are hanging kind of outside it, but if JangBi can sneak to the southern side of that main army, he might be able to get some hits on that nexus. But okay, JangBi is coming in with a shuttle, dropping the Dark Templar inside the main, and hoping that Mini didn't have any detection here. Mini, I don't think he knows about this yet. The probe got sniped. Now he knows about it. He knows about the Dark Templar, so he's building a cannon right inside his main. Got a cannon inside the main to protect the rest of the probes that were in there. Even though he's basically mined out. Mini's basically mined out inside his main, but a huge army coming up now for Mini. He's positioning that army to take on JangBi right at his natural expansion. JangBi has the Reavers out front, but they are kind of unprotected. Oh, forced back. The Archon, I think, scared Mini there. He's like, Archon? Yeah, he's pure energy, I gotta get out of there. But alright. Cannon being built at third base, smart. Very smart from Mini. That'll keep away the Dark Templar harassment. JangBi doing the same at his own third base. Since, yeah, JangBi's base is a little bit more important to get the cannon there, because it would be so difficult to run back to this position without killing the artifacts outside of that third base. Yeah, it'd be tough to get back to that with the main army, so you gotta have some protections there. Oh, Dark Templar and a Reaver being dropped at this third base, gonna try to kill the cannon and let the Dark Templar have free reign at this third base. The Dark Templar sneaks inside of JangBi's main. The probe's basically mining out the 2 measly mineral patches inside this main. And I saw the observer coming in for JangBi, so oh my god, JangBi! Oh, almost a dud. That Scarab was a split second away from becoming a dud, but still kills a lot of probes as JangBi was trying to transfer back to his third base. But now that Mini has an Archon of his own, he won't be quite as apprehensive about attacking. He's like, well, you're pure energy, I have pure energy too. I'm not afraid of you. It's okay. Dark Templar being caught by Mini. Look at that. Capturing the Dark Templar between his own units and keeping them away from the probes. Very nice micro from Mini. And Mini has a pretty massive army. That is not a mini army. That's a massive army. There we go. Not fun size at all, but here comes very awkward positioning to attack for JangBi. That's why he's backing off there. Does not want to get caught on the bridge. Bad things have happened on bridges in the past in Brood War games. Never want to be caught in a bridge in a big attack. You just don't have any room to maneuver. And especially with units like Dragoons, which are so horrible at pathfinding anyway, they get caught and they just don't know what to do. They start going all over the place. It's a nightmare. But anyway, both players attacking near the bridge, but not on the bridge. Oh, kind of a bottleneck. JangBi could have a hard time getting his scarabs through his main army, so now he's getting his Reavers out front. Trying to attack this with the Reavers out front, but still gotta be careful. Still a gigantic army from Mini. He's got a lot of Dragoons coming in, some backup Zealots as well in the back. I'm going to have to be pushed forward if... wow, surprised no one is committing yet. Yeah, it's a very even army for both. So neither player is really committing to this. And now JangBi actually has more population than Mini. But I don't think that's going to last very long. I think that Mini will probably pump some troops soon out of the gateways. There goes Mini again, flooding in with Zealots, getting the Zealots out front to take on the Archons. And got 4 Reavers in the back for Mini, but he's got to get those Scarabs in. Got to make sure the Scarabs don't get hung up on his main army. But the 4 Reavers being chased away. JangBi takes out 1. Yeah, he's got to take out the rest, though. Takes out the 2nd Reaver. So JangBi is going to take this engagement again, sniping Reavers. That one Reaver in the back was just a hero because it killed all 4 of those Reavers itself, basically. So yeah, JangBi took that engagement somehow, and now he's going for the 3rd base. Going to try to take out this 3rd base. Probably not going to be successful with the rest of the troops that are flooding down now. For Mini, his reinforcements are out. He has a Reaver in tow. So JangBi forced to back off again. But there's another base for JangBi up at the 12 o'clock position. He's trying to get his 4th base going. But it's so close to Mini. That is risky. Mini can just go over there with a shuttle at any time and harass that. So it'll be interesting to see how much longer that 12 o'clock base stays up. I saw the upgrade spinning for JangBi. I'll have to take a look at the ground upgrade soon to see who is ahead in that. Mini has the +1 attack, a couple more Archons, morphing, and the +1 attack for JangBi. So they're tied up as far as the ground upgrades go. A lot of Archons being morphed for the guys. A couple high Templars staying to throw down storms, I believe. It wouldn't be a JangBi PvP without storms. Oh, come on, JangBi. He's morphing everything into Archons. So disappointing. But, okay. I think the shuttle is waiting for another Reaver or 2 before it moves out to join the rest of the army that JangBi has hanging outside that 12 o'clock. He's got to protect the 12 o'clock from the onslaught of Zealots that Mini has flooding up. And Mini about to take on JangBi's army. I think that the Zealots will just grind down JangBi's army. He's got to be careful and bring in the Archons out front. The Archons will help out with the splash, be able to splash all the Zealots as they attack at once. He's got to, as long as he keeps the Archons out front, he should be okay in the next big engagement. But the 12 o'clock in jeopardy now, spotted by Mini. Mini's army kind of caught off guard. The storm over what JangBi has. Storming over top of JangBi. Still a lot of Archons in play for both players. But JangBi being chased off by the storms and all of the Zealots that are out. And now his main army is broken off from his reinforcement. It's going to be tough to reinforce this army now that Mini is making his way to the natural expansion, going straight up to the natural. Just hanging outside, waiting for reinforcements to snipe. Not to mention, he's taking out the 12 o'clock base with a single Zealot. Making sure that doesn't mine at all. And there's JangBi. He's got a Reaver and a Dark Templar trying to kill the 3rd base for Mini. But here comes Mini. He's got the Archon and a few Zealots. He's still not engaging with his main army because he knows that JangBi's going to try a pincer attack and he wants to be ready for it. But okay, he's coming out to the natural expansion, going to try to kill this Nexus. JangBi's attack at the 3 o'clock base, a little bit unsuccessful. Wasn't able to kill as many probes as he wanted to do. But here's the natural expansion about to go down. And I'm pretty sure that JangBi's just grouping up on either side. No, he's going for the counterattack, actually. JangBi is making his way over to Mini's natural, it looks like. Yeah, he's got the Archons on the way. The Archon train, all aboard. So the Archons moving their way over to the natural, making their way over here. Mini's going to try to kill all the production buildings. So this is kind of an elimination race a bit. because I don't think the reinforcements alone are going to be able to clean it up for either player. No, maybe for Mini, because Mini has an awful lot of gateways now inside of his main. He's killed most of JangBi's gateways, I think. Yeah, I saw a bunch of JangBi's gateways go down. So that's definitely going to hurt JangBi's production. At least 2 gateways down for JangBi as he pumps Dark Templar to protect himself, using the Dark Templar for the defense. But an observer comes in to help out against the Dark Templar, which will allow Mini a lot more maneuverability in the middle as he takes on the main army for JangBi, which is actually dwindling. The main army for JangBi is pretty small now compared to what Mini has. Yeah, Mini has about double population over JangBi, mostly because JangBi had to pull away from his 4th base. He invested so much in a 4th base, which is gone, by the way, completely off the map. And his 3rd base was harassed so much that he hasn't been able to mine there. He's mined out inside of his main, as Mini is, but Mini still holds the 3 o'clock position, trying to kill this harassment for JangBi. JangBi harassing the 3 o'clock, trying to bring Mini down to his level because neither player is mining a lot. But GG from JangBi. It all came down to the army count at the end. Just didn't have the army to compete. So alright, Mini, making this a series. Alright, let's move on to the 4th set now.